Look, if Rezzini wants a plane, then just get him a friggin' plane. Look, I don't know how he paid for it. Just get a sponsor to pay for it or something. Thank you, everybody. Thank you and welcome to a brand new season here at Sheffield Wednesday. I can assure you everybody at the club is very excited ahead of the upcoming season. Not least, of course, is that we're going to be back in the Champions League, which we're all very excited about. Now, do we have any questions? Yeah. Ernest Top Bottom, local reporter. Now, how far can you go in Champions League? Yeah, look, Ernest, I mean, it would be nice to get a point this time, if I'm honest. But seriously, though, we have a good team, a young team. We're a top seed in the group. So let's get out of the group and see where these wonder kids can go from there. Is Walter Razzini key to a successful season? Yeah, look, I mean, Raz is, he's the best player in the league, possibly the best player on the planet. So he'd be obviously an important part of our plans. He'll be an important part of anybody's plans. He's just that good. Del Prato left club with no right back in to replace him. Yeah, I mean, look, I signed Gomez. He can play right back, kind of. So can Rivas. In any case, it's only right back. Nobody cares about a right back anyway, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 7, Episode 1 here at Sheffield Wednesday, and today we get the Premier League season underway against Crystal Palace, and then a little bit of a treat. It is the UEFA Super Cup. We go to Sweden, we're playing Liverpool, and well, it's something different for us, and maybe, you never know, maybe we can add a European trophy to what we've already got in the cabinet with a Europa League, which is funny to say, the only thing we've won is a Europa League. But anyway, that's what's happened. Let's have a quick recap of where we stand at a club coming into Season 7. We're a 4-star reputation club. We are rich, which is nice to see, and we're in, of course, the Champions League this season. Lewis Cook is our captain. Samare is our vice-captain. Razzini is our key player, and I cannot get enough of looking at his attributes. Look at that man. He's the best player I've ever had on Football Manager, I think. I am deeply, deeply in love with the man. And he's only 21. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Walter Razzini. And of course, Dale Bailey, one of our young goalkeepers. He is the hot prospect. But he lives in a team of wonder kids. So, it's a very, very tough opposition for that one. Do we send him out on loan? I mean, there's an argument to say it would really help him, isn't there? But we'll wait and see on that one. So that's where we stand as a club. Do we have anybody here who is getting into the realms of legendary status? Walter Razzini is there. I am not. Now, given I've taken the team to the Premier League and the European trophy, I'm a little bit hurt by that, but it's a proud, storied club, and, Walter Razzini's only favoured personnel, so who am I? Milan Mandrić is a... Anyway, if we have a quick look at facilities, we are looking to... everything is upgrading again, so we should have, by the end of the year, as opposed to the season, we should have state-of-the-art training facilities, superb youth facilities, and we will be level 1. That is going to improve as well. And of course, a reminder, Hillsborough is now a 55,000 seat capacity stadium, which is wonderful, wonderful stuff. Finances, have a quick look at that. 150 million in the bank. We do have 30 odd million to spend. Transfer window is obviously still opened, but as you can see, we're right at our wage budget, so we could use a right back too. The club vision for this coming season: attacking, entertaining football. Don't sign players over the age of 30. I don't do that anyway. Generally speaking, everything is fine. We'll have a look at the expectations in just a second. This is what I was saying here about facilities are being upgraded and improvements in the youth level as well. And the affiliate club we got a Polish team, is at Cracovia, I think it was, to replace Stal Bucharest, who the new owners decided to cut ties with. So that is that. Quick look at what we're expected to do this season. We are expected to qualify for the Europa League, so that's the biggest expectations we've had coming into a season in the league. Previously, it's just sort of been top half. Reached the first knockout round of the Champions League. We are seeded. The draw won't be this episode, but it'll be coming up probably next episode. We might even get the group stage underway next episode. But yeah, so top seeds, we should be able to manage that. But of course, last time in the Champions League, didn't even manage a point. Super Cup isn't important. Which is probably true. It doesn't really mean too much, does it? Quarterfinals of the two cups. Again, that's draw dependent, but I do think we have a strong enough squad, apart from right back, that we can rotate and still put out a relatively good team. So unless we're drawing one of the other big teams in the league, we should be able to manage that, I would think, and not necessarily play our strongest team. Now, if we're going to have a look at the Premier League pre-season preview, we are 5th favourites for the league. Again, this is as high as we've been, so that's good. You'll see there's 5 Champions League spots this year. That is because not only did we win the Europa League, obviously Liverpool won the Champions League, finished 5th in the league last season. So that's why they are. So that's why there's 5 Champions League spots. If we have a look at the dream team, Razzini sits in there in midfield. That's the best thing about him. He's a good midfielder as well. And as you can see there, he is the best player in the league. What he's doing at Sheffield Wednesday, we're not really sure, but he re-signed an extension in the summer, no release fee, so he's here for another 5 years on 190 grand a week, which is almost probably what our wage bill was when we took over for the entire team, wasn't it? If we go down and have a look at all the key players, Phil Foden's at Chelsea, Rivas is our other key player. We might have to see him at right back at times this season, and we can see everybody else there who is considered to be a key player for their team. A couple of them there, you can see we've got shortlisted. But yeah, if we go down, we can see everybody all the way down to West Brom down the bottom there. So that is that. Let's have a quick sneak at pre-season. You can see, generally speaking, it went well. We went off to Hong Kong and had a couple of exhibition games. Yeah, I mean, we got a 0-0 at Feyenoord, and we got a 0-0 at Real Sociedad, which was more of a sort of a backup team anyway. But generally speaking, we've won games. We beat Real Madrid away from home, which is nice. Maybe we didn't, other than that, we didn't maybe test ourselves too much in terms of opposition, but pre-season has gone, it's gone relatively well, I think. So that is everything, I think, that I needed to catch you up on coming into the new season. So we've got Crystal Palace at home. Let's get this Premier League season underway. So we can see here we're expecting a 5-3-2 from them, which is absolutely fine. And if we have a quick look at the team we're sending out opening day, now a few injuries just to remind you of. Edwards has broken a bone. He's out for another up to 3 weeks. William McQuaid has broke his ankle. He's out for another, month or 2 at least. And Jabing misses this one. He's out, not as serious, but about another 2 weeks with pulled ankle ligaments. So those guys aren't available. So it's going to be Beverquois in goal for us. Wonderful goalkeeper that he is. We'll have a look at all the attributes for the start of the season. MB is going to be one of the centre-backs. Rivas will be the other. We know that they are both very, very good for us in those positions. Joe Gomez is going to make his debut at right back. Not ideal that he's having to play there, but we'll give him a chance, see how he goes. The reason for that is that Martinez, another one that's not, he is fit, but he's not fit, if you know what I mean. We wouldn't play 90 minutes, so we won't bother risking him first game of the season. Down the left will, of course, be Belyasov, one of my favourites. It's going to be Fabiano making his debut, our new superstar signing. So let's hope he does well in there for us. He's going to be in behind Eduardo and also Samare. Those two were absolutely rock solid for us in their last season. Arente steps into the number 10 role. I do have high hopes for this man. I think he's going to do well for us. So it's a relatively soft start to the year at home to Palace. So let's see how he does. And of course, the top two, Brummer is fit. He's a bit of a sick note, but he's fit for this one. And of course, the man himself, Walter Razzini, will lead the line for us. And, let's hope he can get himself into a goal-scoring start. So we can see the team sheets there. Richard Nartley. Now, we had him back in the Championship, I think, didn't we? We sold him off to Burnley, I think it was, if I remember correctly. So it's a decent team. I don't know. Were they in the league last season? I can't even remember. What do we say? Just go out there, relax. Opening game of the season, it's always a tricky one because what we don't really have is anything to go off of as to how Crystal Palace are going to play. But we should, and I do stress should, be good enough to be able to beat them no matter what. Now, I do need to say a big thank you to a new Patreon supporter of mine, Joseph Ekazanian. I know I've mispronounced that, mate. I'm really sorry. You know what I'm like with names. But Joseph, thank you so much. It's so greatly appreciated. If you do enjoy the content and you are able to, there is a link down in the description to my Patreon. It is greatly appreciated, but as I say every time, it's not expected. Just keep watching those ads for me. That is more than enough. Ball in. Oh, and Beverquois has made a decent save. But yeah, thank you to Joseph and the rest of my Patreons as well. There are just no words. I just would get annoying saying thank you so much. Ball in, headed away kind of by Rivas. Be better if it went out or actually away. Fabiano's there. There we go. He's done well there, Fabiano. Manchester United are 2-0 up. That's not ideal. They're going to be a good team again, aren't they? Ball in again. Come on, away. That's a better header away. Razzini gets the job done for us. And now let's see what is going to become of this. It's not been a great start from us, has it? Razzini is everywhere. Go on. 16 minutes gone, and, well, we haven't had a highlight as of yet. We'll keep encouraging them. We don't need to panic too much, but, you know, what we don't want to do is be dropping points early on in the season to teams that we should be beating. Eduardo with a corner. Decent Rivas there, and it's just over. It may have been Razzini, actually, looking at the commentary down here. Let's try demand more next shout. We do need to be a little bit better here, I think. Why is it telling me to take Razzini off? That's ridiculous. And, well, a bit of a snooze fest to start things off, and Manchester United are 4-0 up. So that's the standard, isn't it? Not happy with that, boys. We'll pump our fists, say we have faith in them. And, well, it needs to be a little bit better this second half, doesn't it? What can we do tactically to try and change things around? Let's try lowering it, and we'll try doing that. And see if that gets us anywhere. It may well be that, as I say, it's always difficult first game because we don't really have anything to go off of as to what we're expecting from them to do. I don't like taking it off friendlies because they're basically meaningless. You don't know who they were playing, if that's how they intend on playing. I find that almost makes it worse. There's a nice little ball for Bruma. Bruma, it's blocked away. He has an air swing second time. But that was the best that we've looked so far, wasn't it? Let's give them some more encouragement. Arentes is not having a good time in things in there. Do we have the options to go to wingers? Not necessarily. Wait, we do. We could. Alright. Okay, so we've made two changes. Bruma and Samare go off. We've brought Suanar and... Who else do we bring on? Suanar and Sosa on. We've moved Belyasov up to a winger. He is more than capable of playing that role. Though maybe not on attack, mate. I don't think we want you shooting. Just try and get the ball in there for Razzini. And let's hope that maybe we can get an overlap down those wide areas and see how we go from there. Gomez with a throw. Suanar has it. There for Gomez. To Eduardo. Oh, he's trying to thread a pass. Didn't quite work. Fabiano wins it back. Sosa for Mb. Back to Sosa. Wide there for Belyasov. What can he do? More attacking role, which should suit him. That's a great ball for Strazzini, and he's missed it. This just has the feeling... Let's try a berating. This just has the feeling of a game where we've been a little bit too complacent, doesn't it? Ball in. Can we get a block? We can't. Belyasov has it. Clears it up. Razzini can't be bothered chasing it. John Gomez, get over there, mate. Can he win the ball? He can't. Rivas, can he win the ball? It's straight at Bevacqua. And we're just not getting it done, are we? We're just not getting it done. What can we do differently? Arentes, I think you have to come off, mate, but I don't know who for. Let's get... Or do we go two up top? Let's maybe do that. So we'll bring Giordano on. You can go up top there. Let's get Razzini. I wonder if we can try and get Razzini a little bit more involved, dropping back in. Giordano is the advance forward. And see if that works for us. Rather than play in number 10, just sort of have Razzini drop into that space for us. Arentes let me down a little bit there. I was hoping for a lot more from him. Suanar gets forward. Can he get a cross in? Razzini is up there. Fabiano is making a late run as well. It's blocked away for Eduardo. For Arentes, his last contribution before he gets taken off in disgrace. And he hasn't really done too much there to change my mind. Arentes. Ball for Razzini. Eduardo, it's nice. It's Belyasov. Oh, and it's Belyasov with a goal. Excellent, excellent stuff. Let's hold off on those changes because I don't know if we want to go two up top now. But it's a really, really nicely worked goal. And Belyasov, playing in a much, much more advanced role, has found the back of the net for us. Oh, look at the bend on that. That's a stunning finish from Belyasov. You didn't see that from the other angle. And it's 1-0. Alright, so they've changed up things. What we are going to do then is just be a little bit more defensively minded here. Okay, so we have taken Arentes off. He still hasn't had a good day. We bring Cook on. We take the number 10 out. Fabiano drops back in, and we just try and we'll just try and hold on to what we've got here, basically. It's not been a classic performance from us, as I said, but if we get the job done, then that will be fine. We've got a free kick to defend here. Don't do it to me, boys. Rivas goes across to Bernat. Oh, it's a goal and it counts, and it's 7-0. Jesus Christ. It's 1-1. Demand more. And the problem we have now, of course, is that we don't really have a number 10 we can bring back on. We've made all our subs. Could Eduardo move forward? It's been a really, really disappointing first game, hasn't it? And you look at what the likes of Manchester United have gone and done. And there is definitely work to do for us. That is not good enough at all. And we'll tell them as much. So a horribly disappointing start to the new season. I mean, it can happen. Denied by a late goal. Every team is... Oh, Rezzini was injured. When did that happen? Maybe that's why they were telling me to take him off. Maybe that's why we didn't play well. Let's not... It's only a bruise, but let's leave him on. Let's let him recover. Gomez makes his debut, as does Fabiano. Eduardo shines, 8 key passes. I mean, he's just a very good player, isn't he? So that's good. Bevilacqua reveals my fury. Guys, wait right there. We'll have the European Super Cup next against Liverpool, and, well, we'll need to be better, won't we? Alright, welcome back. It is UEFA Super Cup time, but before we get to this, one thing to catch you up on, and that is, now I did sort of mention this at the end of the summer transfer special, Roberto Sanchez, though, he has officially joined us on loan from Real Madrid. You can see the fans maybe not too impressed by him, but basically this is a fourth winger at the club, so he can play left and right. He's a right-footed left winger. Obviously, he could therefore play on the right-hand side as well as a winger. I just wanted to have options to play them, to play wingers if we needed to. And unfortunately, he has got a bit of an injury, a pulled calf muscle, so he's going to miss this game, which is a shame, because I would have liked to have at least brought him off the bench to see what he can do. But, Roberto Sanchez, he'll be with us this season, and we may or may not see him. It just depends sort of what formation is working, but options are always good things, aren't they? Let's have a look and see what we're doing here. Oh, that is the Champions League qualifiers, and this is it. We're playing against a 4-3-3 from Liverpool, and we are matching them up. It's not our strongest team, but what I basically want to do here, as I'm using this as an experiment, to see how this formation with not necessarily our best players, but, it's still not a bad team, how it goes against the good teams, whether we can get away with it in Europe or not. So Bevilacqua will continue in goal. It's Sosa coming in as the left back. We saw him come off the bench last game. Hopefully he'll do well. Murillo, who is, he's a wonder kid, very, very good defender indeed. Basila is going to play next to him. Big season for him, wasn't great last year. We need a little bit more. Martinez is back fit, so he's going to get some match fitness in this one. We're going to try Mateo just as an out-and-out defensive midfielder. He's a very good young player, but he needs to basically earn his keep now. He needs to be part of the first team if he's going to stay. Leonardo Augusto is going to be the deep-lying playmaker for this one. Former Liverpool player, of course, Leighton Clarkson, who doesn't look like much, but he just fits in our team very well. Shuanahu, again, who came off the bench against Crystal Palace, he goes down the right. Diangana, who was superb playing for us last year out left, he goes out there. And Petkovic is going to get the job up front. Let's see how they do. And if we can, a Super Cup would be a nice little addition to the club, wouldn't it? Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Pippi lines up for them. Of course, we had him on loan, and he was brilliant or terrible. Mostly terrible when he played for us, but they paid over 100 million for him, so we'll see what he can do in a Liverpool shirt. Do it for the fans. I can just about get on board with that, I think. We need to be, we just looked flat, didn't we, against Crystal Palace? Yeah, we were poor. I do think maybe a little bit is, recording this Monday morning, I haven't really touched the game over the weekend. Perhaps I was a little bit rusty on, how to talk to them and that. So maybe that's a small part of it. But, I mean, it's no excuse, really. We were just poor, but... Yeah, chance to make amends here, though. You'll see we've got some youngsters on the bench. Flossie Clemens is on there, who's one of our young players that came through the intake last season. Sodlikov is there, Keach. So there's some young options there that we might look to bring off the bench if the game's going very well or very badly. Though, based off the early going here, it's not going to be either of those things. Liverpool, if you're wondering, they played Arsenal in their first game. I think they won, but it was 2-0. I can't remember who it was 2-0 to, though. Here we go with Martinez crossing in, looking for Petkovic. Can't find him. There's an acrobatic save by Alisson in goal. Now, that wasn't the highlight. What becomes of this? Can we win that, please? Basila does. Nods it down to Matteo. Out wide to Sunana. Here we go with Clarkson. Threads the ball through for Petkovic. That's a wonderful pass if he's onside, but he can't find the back of the net, so it doesn't particularly matter. Another quick ball forward. Martinez does enough and has the game after half an hour finally woken up. Come on, boys. Let's go win this ball. Clarkson, that was very aggressive. Matteo, that was a good tackle. There we go, mate. That's what we want to see from you. He did have a spell on loan in the Championship at QPR and was solid enough. Petkovic just can't get past Van Dijk. And unfortunately, he's just decided to run that out as well, which is probably a silly thing to have done. Let's give him some more encouragement. I mean, arguably, looking at the XG, looking at shots, we've been the better team. But it's not been a classic half, has it? I think maybe both teams are taking this one not as seriously as they could do. All right, let's point our fingers here. We've got some nervous-looking players, which isn't ideal. I wonder, it's too nervous, too motivated. All right, so let's maybe try. We've got nothing to lose. There's no pressure on you here. We'll pump our fists, say we have faith in them, and see if that works for us, perhaps. What we don't really have is options to change the wingers around because we know that, well, Edwards is, well, both of them basically injured, and we started the second half by conceding from a set friggin' piece. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Salah with a ball in, and Martinez just beaten in the air. Basila looks very guilty there, doesn't he? So what happens when I signed experienced players? It just never works for me. Just sign the kids. We paid a lot of... Oh, look at the second. Look at the match stats. They're flying away. It's going the wrong way for us this game very, very quickly, isn't it? Got the halftime team talk wrong again, clearly. Matteo, can he go and win it back? Augusto comes forward. We're putting them under some decent pressure, but we're not playing well this second half. Here we go with Diangana. Can he find Petkovic? Maybe third time's the charm for him. Diangana's done brilliantly. He's into the penalty area. He pulls it back. Oh, it's a good save. Petkovic, maybe a touch unlucky there. An hour gone. Here we go with Suwanab. Good ball forward for Petkovic again. Does he have his goal-scoring boots on? It's off the crossbar. It's not Petkovic's day, is it? Let's get Giordano on. Where is he? Giordano. Let's encourage them. We've got a corner. Diangana with it. It's headed just over the bar from, I think it was Giordano. I tell you what, we've had chances, haven't we? We've just not been able to take any of them. We've got some defending to do here, though. Clarkson, no. Ball in. Oh, Martinez hasn't covered himself in glory, but Bevilacqua has. Makes a very nice save, and now can we defend from a set piece? Mo Salah. Ball in, headed away. Sosa, I think it was, who is very good in the air. Diangana, can he get back? It's a good tackle, is it? It is. Can he keep it in? No. What do we got? 15 to play here. All right, let us... I mean, we've got nothing to lose. It's not a particularly big game. So let's get the youngster Clemens on, make his debut. We'll take Matteo off, get him up there as... we won't make him a playmaker. I think that's maybe asking a little bit too much of him. Let's get Sodlikov on for Clarkson. Get rid of a booking, make that a box-to-box. And Augusto's not having his best game in there. All right, let's get Arentes on as a deep-lying playmate. Oh, we can't. Never mind. I've made my subs. Come on, boys. Let's encourage them. Can we... I mean, we've been good enough for a goal in this one. What's going to happen here? Diangana back to Sousa for Augusto. Sodlikov. Sousa, can he get across in? He's done well. It's Diangana. It's blocked away. Oh, go and win the ball. Just throw your body at it. Here we go with Pippi. It'll be the ultimate insult if he scores against us. He's getting forward. Basila's been turned, and it's a weak finish. Bevilacqua falls on it. Let's go all-out attack. And are we going to get the chance? Or is it going to be another slightly disappointing result here? We've been anxious and nervous throughout, haven't we? And there it is. Liverpool lift the Super Cup. I mean, they're obviously a good team. They won the Champions League last year. So if we're looking for positives, it wasn't our first choice team. And arguably, we did enough to, well, at least take a point, didn't we? Petkovic didn't have his goal-scoring boots on. Giordano had a couple of chances, I think, didn't he? And we've conceded from a set piece, which you would think is something that is fixable if we work on that in training. So there are positives to be had, but as far as an episode to open a season, it wasn't great, was it? We've dropped silly points in the league at home, nonetheless, to Crystal Palace, and then gone and lost a European game, even if it isn't one that means particularly much to us. But there we go. Giordano in the end played well. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think there's definitely positives from that game. Good effort. I think we can just about say that. So Liverpool lift the UEFA Super Cup. We fall to defeat. I mean, it wasn't the worst, was it? Flossie Clemens has made his debut, so that's good to see another youngster coming through the club. So we'll see what the future holds for him. We've got a little bit of money in the bank, and, well, it is what it is, isn't it? It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst. But that'll do it for today, though, guys. As I said, a little bit disappointing, but positives, I think, for sure. I think what we'll do is we'll come back. We're going to have the Yorkshire Derby away at Ellen Road, so that'll be a big one. The Champions League group stage draw will be just before that game, and then we'll show Newcastle at home in the league, and then the Champions League will start somewhere down here, and we can start and get involved in Europe a little bit more. But that'll also coincide with the end of the January transfer window. I'm not sure if we're going to do too much else. I'm not completely happy with my right-back options. We do have a little bit of money to spend, but yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. Yeah, we'll just kind of see what happens between now and then. Guys, as I said, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments how you think we'll do this season. And well, I'll see you next time for a Yorkshire Derby and the Champions League group stage draw. Take care.